It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Mayor's Report. You know, we do two Mayor's Report, as you know, Mayor Cusat in Hazleton and also Mayor Clues in Pottsville. I'm at the Hazleton Regional Airport, and I'm smiling for one reason. We have a special guest here today. I mean, the most important guest, all right? I'm happy to have on the show the star of the show, really, Khaleesi Cusat. And Trinity, this is Jeff Cusat, the mayor's daughter. Now, this is what we call a bundle of beautiful joy. Look at that shirt. And her name is Khaleesi, right?
Khaleesi Jane.
And
It's her first public appearance.
oh, she's a doll. You see, this is what it's all about, my friends. So, Trinity, I wish you and Jeff the very best. It's so nice, and it's a beautiful name, Khaleesi. How do we get the name, Jeff?
We were looking for. Well, go ahead, honey.
It's about time.
The first time I heard the name Khaleesi was I actually became a Game of Thrones lover, and that's where I heard the name, and it's different and it's unique, so that's why I liked it. It is the year of the dragon, and it means mother of dragons from the show, and queen, and then Jane is for Jane Goodall, who was always my mentor and my idol in my field of study.
Okay.
So then I did Khaleesi Jane, which you could Queen Jane.
And she's a beautiful little baby. I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
It's so nice to, you know, they bring so much to your family, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, and this guy I hope he's helping out, you know.
He is.
He'll make a good father.
He will. He will.
Jeff, I guess you're all excited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a special seat probably in the mayor's office, right?
She did visit the mayor's office once already.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got the picture in the big seat.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Well, she's doing well, thank God.
Yeah.
She's doing wonderful.
33 days. She just came from her first month doctor appointment.
Yep, her monthly. She's 9 pounds now, 22 ounces, or 22 inches.
That's great.
Yeah, probably a little longer.
I wish the both of you only the best.
Thanks.
You know, they're God's special gifts, I'll tell you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
And
You're amazing.
Maybe someday she'll be on the show and she'll be able to tell me how things are with the Cusats.
There we go, right?
Yeah.
All right, Khaleesi,
Okay,
thank you
go
for
ahead.
coming on the show and making the show great.
Say yes. Say thank you.
Bye.
And have a good show.
Okay. Well, anyway, I wish you the best with the baby. We're at the Hazleton Regional Airport. You know, first of all, this airport is sort of unique in the state of Pennsylvania, right? With the city, right?
Yeah. Hazleton is the only city in Pennsylvania that owns and operates its own regional airport and its own transit system. So we're very unique and lucky in that situation, which I think the last show we did across the street,
Yeah.
over at the transit station. So like there are two important things that the city has that are unique from other cities.
Before we talk about the benefits, now I mentioned we're at the Hazleton Regional Airport. We remember as the Hazleton Municipal Airport. Coming up here and walking in here, I could just see Al Roman. I could see all of the guys that used to be up here and the pilots. It brings a lot of back memories. How do you remember this?
It does. I remember coming up here with my grandmother, my mother's father, and we would stop at McDonald's and get the Happy Meal, have the toy, and we'd come in and we'd sit outside and watch the parachuters come in, and if you were lucky, you got to see a plane come in, and they used to have the little cafeteria there. And I remember my grandfather taking me in, and I had a grape soda one time. Like, just a lot of good memories as a young child. I mean, that's a long time ago. But it was really nice, and you know the cafe's not here anymore. We're sitting here in the pilot's lounge now, which was beautifully renovated and donated by the Godstein family about 10 years ago.
What are the main benefits, Jeff, that we have here in Hazleton having a regional airport?
It really helps out, the commerce. You know, there's a lot of places that are out in Humboldt and Valmont that they fly in. They come in. They have the corporate jets. Dave's going to show you one that's out there now on the runway. But it makes it very easy for people to fly in from all over the country. We actually have a global airline that comes in here, a charter charter organization that is housed here in Hazleton. So we do have like the private rentals. So but it's really the biggest benefit, I believe, is for the industrial parks and being able that ease of having people fly in. I remember when we were meeting with the Samsung, the people, the organizers from Samsung, when up on South 309 they flew into here. Ross Perot's family flew into here. So it makes it really attractable for people to be able to fly in here, do your business, and leave. Even with Avoca, it's still 40 minutes away. You got to wait for a spot on the runway to come in, land, drive up here. So it's still a little bit of a hassle. But here you fly in, bang, you're in Hazleton in 5 minutes.
In terms of revenue, okay, does the airport generate a revenue or does it cost the city money?
The last several years, the airport has been self-sustaining, which is another probably unique to the Pennsylvania. I believe 2 years ago we were the only self-sustaining airport in Pennsylvania. So in the past it was a little bit of a drain on the city. Now we own most of the hangars that are up here. We own them ourselves. They're at 100% occupancy. So it's been very good. The flights are up. I'm sure Dave will tell you how many flights have come in, average per week, per month. Fuel sales, we make a ton of fuel sales. They're up. Jet fuel, avgas. So it's come a long way.
It's interesting when you have these amenities that the city has. When you're looking at little things that people don't think about. If you're a corporation and you're looking at traveling back and forth and ease, having an airport and able to bring your jets in here, right here, and instead of, like you said, nothing wrong with Avoca, but it's 40, 50 minutes away, then you have to worry about traffic, you have to worry about all those things. So the amenity of having an airport like this attracts, I think, at least opens the eye, I think, of people who may want to come here and do business. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, correct. We were just featured in a magazine. The name of it slips my mind, but we were just featured in a magazine lately about the importance of this airport being here and people actually flying in, chartered, and then spending time here in the area. Hazleton's very close to a lot of the golf courses, ski resorts. The Pocono Raceway, we have people fly in for that. So it's very attractive to be able to land here. You land at some of those bigger airports, and there are paparazzi there waiting for you too. So you fly into somewhere like here, you never know who's here.
Yeah.
We met with the governor. I met him up here at the airport. So it's a nice amenity to have.
Yeah. And the thing is, I guess sometimes you don't realize how much revenue they do bring in, utilizing the restaurants or the places to stay overnight or whatever, occupancy rates, in the area.
Yeah, and we've been extremely lucky with getting grants. I'm going to go outside and we'll show over $2 million grant again we got to fix the runway. Our runway's at 5,001 feet now, which means we could bring in bigger planes. We do have the capability of landing, I believe, up to a G6 passenger plane in here. So
what's a G6? Yeah, Dave will tell me.
Dave will explain that a little bit more.
Where do I put my jet here? Where do we put the Samsung, not the Samsung jet? I mean, do we have a place for
Well, sure, we have a space out there.
I have a rubber band that you switch on.
Yeah, we'll find you space. I'll be glad to charge you.
Yeah, I know. But I think it's, this place is grown, developed really leaps and bounds. And it's a great attraction, I think, for a lot of corporations and even a lot of private airplanes, correct?
Yeah, a lot of the little airplanes, the single propeller. We have tie downs available. So we have anything from a one-person plane up to I believe that 14 passengers is the biggest I've seen. I'm sure Dave could tell you. More details.
I'm looking at Dr. Kislin and his group. He invested a lot of money and kept it here. In the community, which is fabulous.
Yeah, I believe Dave's going to show you that hangar.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Good. Folks, I'm up here at the Hazleton Regional Airport. If you just tuned in, you missed the very star of the show, Kalisa Jane Cusat. She's a beautiful little girl. Took after the mother, thank God. We'll take a break. Well, welcome back to the Mayor's Report, my friends. We're here in Hazleton. We just talked to Jeff Cusat. He'll be back. Remember, 24/7, you get to watch all of our programs, local neighborhood programming. We're the social media TV station, my friends. 21 to 22 local programs we produce. Appreciate it very much. My email is sam@ssptv.com if you have any questions or comments. We're at the Hazleton Regional Airport. I'm here with the airport manager, Dave Chronowski, who has been here about 10 years, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You've seen a lot.
I have. I've seen this airport grow tremendously in these past 10 years, and I think the mayor can attest to that. So we've become a full-service airport here.
Yeah. Were you here when Al Roman was?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a character, wasn't
There's nobody like Al Roman.
he? Yeah. He had a heart as big as this airport.
Yeah. Yeah. He certainly did. He did a lot for the community as well.
And Jeff and I were talking about memories of what we would, what he remembers, what I remember. But there's a lot of expansion here. And before we get into all the details, there's construction going on here. So what's this construction about?
So the current construction right now is a ramp rehabilitation. So it's a total reconstruct of the ramp. The ramp was in failing condition for many years. So we were able to secure a grant to be able to totally reconstruct the ramp. For corporate aircraft to come in on a safe ramp is very important. So FOD is a big thing, foreign object debris. So you don't want any of that for jet engines or airplanes like that. So we're taking care of that problem, and this ramp will be here for many, many years to come.
Now there's many hangars here, okay? So let's talk about the hangar that we're going to be seeing right now. What hangar will we be looking at?
So the hangar right next to this facility here is the Olympus hangar. It was built by one of our corporate tenants, Mr. Tom Kislin. So it's a multifunctional hangar. So although he uses it for private use for corporate tenants that he subcontracts to, we are able to use it for any transient customers that may come in. And it really opened the door for this airport because the hangar is 16,000 square feet.
It's big.
And it's got a tail height of 28.5 feet high. So we're able to bring Gulfstreams, Challengers that may not have come in the wintertime, they come now because we can house them and they don't have to worry about the winter conditions.
And right now I see there's a jet sitting on the
Yes, it's a corporate, it's a Part 91 aircraft that's here. It's a corporate company called InSteel. They come in probably about every 4 to 5 weeks, just like a lot of other customers that we have come in here. So they're here for the day. They brought in about 6 people. They go to the industrial park, do their business, and then come back and leave.
Now, Lehigh Valley also has their medevac here, correct?
Yeah, Lehigh Valley Medevac is here. They're our primary first responder on the field. Very active unit. They probably have anywhere from 5, 6, 7 takeoffs a day and landings and missions, I should say. So they're really active in the community, and what a great service to have here in Hazleton.
As we look at the different hangars, what different corporations do we have here?
So a lot of the hangars are owned privately, and then we also have 6 hangars owned by the city. Every hangar is full right now, which is a good problem to have. Mm-hmm. So there is a need to build more hangars, as the mayor knows. So that's in our future plans. So every hangar has customers that fly out of here, and some are corporate, some are just pleasure.
We were talking about the benefits that this regional airport has to not only the Hazleton but the entire community. I mean, so it's in terms of revenue, bringing back money into the city, which could ease the taxpayers, etc. Has that been working, David?
Yes, I think the mayor can speak to it better than I can, but the airport is self-sufficient. We do not take any revenue or funds from the city itself. The city does back the airport 110% with everything that we do, but we are self-sufficient, and we're able to secure these grants by meeting the local share right from airport revenue.
Looking at as a manager, so what function does a manager do here?
Well, and a manager at this airport does a lot of functions. So you can call it a small airport, but it's a big job. You have, and any given day, you could be cutting grass and then securing grants later in the day, sitting in board meetings, sitting with the mayor, of course, with staff meetings and stuff. But it's very intense in dealing with the engineers that are working on these projects. Day to day, I do that as well, and then work alongside the employees with any kind of operations that may be going on the field.
Yeah. Looking at the different hangars, do you have room for expansion for additional hangars?
We do. We do have some room. We've cleared some land that we hope to be able to build a new hangar on someday. And I know that's in our future plans.
What do you think is most needed? I mean, you got the grants, okay, and I guess when you're, what are you targeting? Another hangar? Is this what you're looking at right now? Or
well,
for grants, or what would be
so our future grants right now and our future projects, I'll speak to that first because we have quite a few going on, and we had some that we just accomplished. But we have a runway rehab that's going to happen in about 3 years. We have a taxiway.
What is that? What does that mean?
A runway rehab is they're going to take about 4 to 5 inches of the top surface off where it may be cracking the whole length of the runway, and they'll resurface it and then re-groove it. So essentially it'll look like a brand new road, but a runway.
Okay. The secondly, you were going.
And then the secondly is the taxiway reconstruct. Now that's a total reconstruct. Will bring everything up. That's probably about 14 inches thick, and they'll bring that up just like they're doing the ramp right now.
Now, and we hope we never have to use what I'm going to ask you, but for emergency purposes, okay, how well is this airport equipped if something goes a little haywire, you know, with, you know, planes? I mean, you have seasoned pilots, etc., but sometimes things may happen. How well is this airport equipped for emergencies?
Good. I mean, we do have an emergency plan, and our first responders are the city of Hazleton, as far as ambulance, firefighting, and stuff like that. And we've had some situations some years ago where we had to call in the city, and their response is really prompt.
And again, hope you never have to use it, but it's always, you know, you want to be safe. Looking at the future, in additional to hangars, et cetera, in general, as a manager for 10 years, you've seen a lot of changes, right? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you see any improvement here at inside where we're at right now?
Yeah.
The building?
So this building, this airport building is up for a grant as well. I think we have a $800,000 grant on the docket to rehab a lot of this facility here.
Well, I'll tell you, it's certainly, I've passed it a lot, but I've never been inside here. And I'm looking at all of these hangars and look at the airports and the helicopters and say, wow, it's just amazing how this place is. You've seen it, you know, internally.
So yeah, the biggest thing for me is what we have coming into this airport right now, where maybe some years ago, it was just maybe a small airport, which is fine, which is great. But we're seeing all the corporate aircraft come in for these industrial parks. So this airport really is a gateway to the city. And everybody that comes in is so happy because we're now able to provide a full service. So we have an AWOS project upgrade that we're doing.
What's AWOS?
It's a weather observation system.
Okay.
It's the airport weather and that's where all the pilots, you know, get their weather, current weather, whether they're in flight. They know what kind of what the conditions are at the airport.
Yes.
So we have other things I want to mention is an ILS localizer project that's just finishing up on the end of the runway 10. So that's a big thing because they redid the whole localizer with new antennas and new structure. It just was updated from many years of use and it started to fail. So we replaced it with a metal facility.
One quick closing. I remember I was flying in here years ago, and it was like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, and the pilot was able to put the lights on.
Yes.
Can they still do that?
They can do that. So it's kind of common with regional airports like we are, So 7 clicks of the radio on our frequency will light up all the taxiway lights, runway lights.
There you go.
And there you go.
Okay. Keep the good work up. Okay.
Thank you.
And don't let the mayor, work you too hard.
Yeah, we have a lot more to do, and we're excited.
We'll take a break. Welcome back to the Hazleton Mayor's Report. Remember, we do 2 Mayor's Report, one in Pottsville with Dave Clues, and we're here in Hazleton with Mayor Jeff Cusat. We're at the Hazleton Regional Airport. Once again, my friends, at the end of this show, we show the infomercial on the Hazleton Public Transit. These are the people that are supporting this particular show. And, it's funny when people are telling me they never knew that the Hazleton Public Transit goes as many places as it goes if you haven't seen the video, it plays right after this. Dave Chronowski certainly had a lot to say, Mayor, and here again, you'll learn so much. You know that.
Yeah, it's another hidden gem here in Hazleton. As you just saw, the projects are going on, all the new technology that's here. It's an amazing place. It really helps the entire area. And that was Governor Rick Perry from Texas that was here.
Yeah.
So, so along with Shapiro and Wolf.
Running the city, okay, we call this the Mayor's Report, okay, and reporting as the different things, so people saw the transit, and we were in the playground, and there's much more to come as to see, and up at the City View. How do you manage to know, keep your finger abreast of what's going on? Okay.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time working together. I have a great staff that we all get together, meet, different department heads, and it's a lot of paying attention and knowing what's going on, and having a lot of trust in the guys and girls that help run each department.
With the city, there's always the pros and cons. Okay, we could see that as the city is slowly beginning, getting better and better and better. We still have some naysayers. Okay, they're concerned about Wyoming Street or Alder Street. Is the city safe? How do we look in those areas of safety?
Well, you're always going to have naysayers because the world's never going to be what it was when you were growing up. Everybody wants instant gratification now. You're not going to have that. The only way you're ever going to have something like that again is if you give up all your luxuries. You're going to give up your second car, and go back to riding the bicycle, giving up your technology devices. So the world's never going to be back what it was when you were a kid, no matter how much you want to think about it. The city of Hazleton is safe. There's so many municipalities that are in much, much worse shape than ours. We've been doing a lot to bring back the infrastructure to the city. We've said we've paved 40 miles of road in the last 5 years. We have another big project we're looking to accomplish in the next 2 or 3 years. We've got the new fire station, the police station, the new fire engines. Everything's coming together. But people just. It's never going to be.
Well, I think you have a majority of people that are seeing the results, and the pride is there in the city. That's the most important thing.
Obviously, people want to be here, or people wouldn't be buying houses and paying the ridiculous prices for them.
Yeah.
People want to move to Hazleton. It's evident every day. Houses are on the market for 24, 48 hours, and they're being sold. So there are people looking to be here. Mm-hmm.
Before we end the show and see the Hazleton public transit video, what are your main focus right now, Jeff? Do you have a main focus on something?
Well, it's just public safety and recreational events for children and families to be able to spend time together. Mm-hmm. That's basically been the focus all along. We want to give you an environment that your family can be together in a safe place.
Well, you certainly have been achieving that so far. Now you have more than incentive now because you have a little girl named, a pretty name too, Khaleesi. Okay, folks, that's the Mayor's Report. Now stay tuned and watch this video on the Hazleton Public Transit. If you haven't seen it, runs every day, but you'll learn more and more about what we have to offer in Greater Hazleton.